here are the biggest mistakes that you're probably making with your launcher that could be damaging it. So, starting off with number one, it is the cap tool. That is this right here, right? It's gonna go into the chamber where your CO2 is placed. And what you're probably doing is over tightening it, which is creating too much pressure on the CO2 seal right there, and that could damage it. So I'm just gonna quickly and easily show you how to insert your CO2 without damaging the launcher. So we're just gonna insert it like that, let it sit there, don't push on it. And then I'm going to tighten this manually with my fingers until I feel some resistance or I can't really tighten it anymore. Then, right, I'm gonna take the cap tool, which is at the bottom of the magazine, and then we're going to tighten it as far as we can until we feel resistance. So, I'm feeling resistance right here, and that's butting up against the CO2. So when I feel it, and it's gonna be in different positions for everyone, it's not necessarily gonna be down here, that just so happens to be where it is for me. So when I feel resistance, I'm just gonna do a quarter turn, and then that's it. You do not wanna tighten it anymore. Otherwise, like I said, it's gonna create too much pressure on the seal, which could end up damaging the launcher. On the SD version, you can see that the cap tool is essentially flush with the launcher. It's sticking out just slightly. But the LE is gonna be a little different, and let me show you how that looks. So here's the LE, right? 12 grams CO2, same as the SD. I'm just gonna drop it in there. We can see that it's sitting a little farther down because the LE has this booster right here. So it's just a longer barrel. We're going to tighten this, and then I'm just gonna do a quarter turn after that, and that is good to go. We can see though that the cap tool is sitting further in, and that's really how it's going to look for the most part for LEs. The cap tool is not gonna be sticking out like the SD, so we can see the difference right here. And that's the proper way to tighten the cap tool. Another big mistake that a lot of people are probably making, because I hear this a lot, people ask me, can I use CO2 cartridges from any company, right? I go to the local sporting goods store and they've got 8 gram or 12 gram CO2 that maybe Umarex makes or another brand. Byrna says do not use other CO2 brands, and here's one of the main reasons why that's important and why you should use Byrna's CO2 cartridges. So this is a pack of 10. There's also a pack of 10 for 12 gram as well. But in this, what you're going to have is 10 CO2 cartridges, and then one of them is going to be an oil cartridge. That's upside down, but you know how to spell oil. And the important thing about the oil cartridge is that it is going to maintain the functionality of your Byrna. It's gonna oil all of the internal parts. Everything is creating friction, and there's gonna be wear and tear the more you use your Byrna. So to maintain that, you just pop in the oil cartridge every 10th cartridge that you use. So presumably, a pack of 10 CO2 cartridges from Byrna should give you about 200 plus shots. Now, when you're going through all 9 cartridges and you get to the 10th cartridge, that's when you're going to put in the oil cartridge. And then you can use that just like every other one. If you want to be practicing in the backyard or inside your living room, you can use the oil cartridge to practice and just unload the 20 to 25 shots. And while it's shooting those rounds, it's oiling the internal pieces of the Byrna. I would suggest though, I have shot inside the living room with the oil cartridge, and it does have a smell to it. I mean, if you love the smell of oil and you just want that to permeate your entire house and get into your furniture, and you know, people walk in and they're like, oh my God, this smells like a Byrna CO2 cartridge, I love this. Well then go for it. But I would suggest using this outside. Lastly, a big mistake that you might be making is leaving the punctured CO2 cartridge in your launcher and thinking that you can reuse it. Byrna has hole pierce technology, which means that when you put the CO2 cartridge in your Byrna launcher, it is going to sit in there indefinitely until you pull the trigger, which then pierces the CO2 and fires a projectile simultaneously. It's a really cool technology, and the whole reason for it is that your Byrna is designed to be at the ready, right? A lot of folks ask me, will the CO2 cartridge leak over time? And when can I reuse it if I've already punctured it, maybe days or weeks ago? And the answer is anytime you use your Byrna, even if you just fire one shot, consider that CO2 cartridge spent. So remove it, pop in a brand new one, and then it's gonna sit in your launcher at the ready, unpierced, again, until you pull the trigger. And that's it. I hope you found this video useful. Share it with anyone you know it will help. And it really helps me if you like and subscribe to my channel. It'll help get this video out to more people so they know how to maintain their Byrna properly. And again, my name is Colin with Radient Safe Defense. Thanks for watching.